Hey guys, what's up? Last week I published a video on checking your pH and talking about pH a little bit in aquariums, and the video got a ton of controversy and a lot of weird comments, and I just went ahead and deleted it because I decided that I wanted to do a different video and kind of re-describe this in a different manner. pH in aquariums is very misleading. The first reason why it's misleading is because people go to search for the species information on what fish you're keeping. And essentially, one of the first things it tells you is that the fish needs a pH of 6.2 to 7.2 or what have you. And the fact that these species guides online tell you that are kind of stupid because number one, they're telling you the pH level of the fish's natural habitat, maybe in the Amazon River or wherever. But these fish that we're buying for fish aquariums are from fish farms, and fish farms, if you've ever been to one, are a huge scale deal where they're doing water changes like crazy, and they are not going to touch their water because they have auto systems. And for the most part, these fish are super adaptable. They're so used to just being moved around in different pHs, and to be completely honest, pH isn't a huge deal, and that's why you need to just concentrate on just not worrying about it, essentially. So when you buy your API master test kit, which everybody preaches, which is a good idea, except it does come with a pH test. So let's test the pH. I want to show you how to do this. Essentially, it comes with a little test tube, and the directions are to fill the test tube 5 milliliters worth of water and add 3 drops of the pH tester. And in between each drop, you mix it up. And this is going to tell you the pH of your water. So let's go ahead and do this. This is the pH solution. And I'm gonna shake it up a little bit. And I usually don't get super technical, but because I'm doing this how-to video, I'm going to be technical. And when I say that, I mean like they tell you to wash your hands, put the cap on, get super serious. But let's be honest, we're not this scientific when it comes to our aquariums. Second drop. Come on, drop. There's the second drop. And I know this is probably not fun to watch on camera. Sorry. Third drop. Sorry. This stuff's really a sticky solution of all of the testers. All right, so essentially this is telling you my pH, and it's at the very corner, so it is high 7s, probably even maybe into the high range pH, and it essentially what a person is going to use a pH test for in their aquariums is to keep it as a standard, a base standard, and you're probably only ever going to use it once, and that is to check your tap water, because that is the source of your water, and that is going to tell you if you're going to need a buffering agent. It's going to give you a general idea of where your water sits, because it's a terrible idea to try to fluctuate the pH for certain fish. Terrible idea. What you're going to want to do is keep it on an average, and consistency always wins. So basically, you're going to test it once, and that is going to be the determining factor of what you're going to do to it. Are you going to try to raise your pH, or are you going to try to lower it, depending on what fish you keep? And another deal, pH is not considered the hardness. For that, you're going to have to get into GH and KH, which is a separate testing kit, and I will be doing a video on that as well. But to define pH technically, pH is the measure of hydrogen ion concentration, a measure of the acidity or alkalinity of a solution. So for these species guides to be telling you what pH your fish should be in, it's terrible advice, especially for beginners, essentially, because if we're looking at the bitter truth of this, these fish are coming from huge breeding farms, and those parameters are from natural habitat, not from the fish farm. So this is my little side rant on pH, And if you're looking, I showed you how to test it to give you an idea on the scale. 7 is neutral. Fish, for the most part, are going to be around that neutral part. For the most part, it's really going to depend on where you live. My water is pretty hard here, but a pH test isn't going to be the only test that tells you that. So hopefully this can kind of dummy this down. I know it's extremely boring to talk about because a lot of fish keepers, once you get past that newbie level and you know your water's pH, this is all just over the hill stuff. But if you're keeping shrimp or you're keeping things that you really need to like remove GH from your water, or like calcium carbonate and stuff, you're gonna have to do a little bit of research, and that's where my next videos are gonna come in, talking about with GH and KH. That is probably going to be a bigger deal than pH. All right, guys, I'm done rambling. I'm gonna do a live stream after this. I just figured I had to get this boring stuff out of the way, and it's really hard to, you gotta know that it's really hard to describe this stuff while also like trying to dummy it down for people to understand, because people say I'm really good at doing that, and it's extremely hard with some of these water parameters and testing and talking about hydrogen ions, and it's kind of geeky stuff, to be completely honest, and I know it's really boring. pH of aquariums, how to raise it, how to lower it. If you're going to lower your pH or your water hardness, essentially, you're going to need an RO, reverse osmosis. If you're looking to raise it, you can look into baking soda or crushed coral, what have you. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Water pH, don't chase it. Just stick with your water and consistency, and your fish are going to be okay. I promise.